What is ARIMA? ARIMA is an acronym for three different statistical components that work together. The first one is AR, or autoregressive, meaning auto means self. This part assumes that the current value is dependent on its own previous values. I is for integrated, meaning this is a preprocessing step to make the data stationary. MA for moving average, meaning this part looks at past forecast errors. Basically, ARIMA is a forecaster. It predicts the next number in a sequence based on P, D, and Q.
Today we're going to use ARIMA doing time series analysis. So first here, using Anaconda GPT, we upload our file. Here it is, a CSV file for our dataset. And this is our Python file. So first one is we want to import pandas as PD. So pandas has this name as PD. So first we're going to input our data here named producer price index by industry.csv. So we use CSV file to our data here. So after that, we're going to call out the name saldo, which is our variable name. This displays our data. So saldo equals saldo.head 228. 228 so that is the source of the data, and then it's correct. So if we run this, after that we're going to format the dates in our data. So specifically here, so this line here converts the observation date column from text into actual date object, so Python understand them as time. And here, the next data, this one first, the next data, it moves the date column to become the index. Right here. So we have the limit. So this is the output. This line here, saldo dot index is dot equals ns. So this line here indicates or tells the Python that the data is interval and it's monthly start or monthly data. And then we run it. So the import warnings, this line here stops the Python from printing warning messages to keep the output clean. So and saldo.info shows the summary of the data such as memory usage and data types. The saldo.columns equals saldo.columns that str strip. This strips remove the accidental spaces, what we call white space from the names of our columns. So basically it also cleans the columns of our data. So this is the output. So we don't have any white space here anymore. Then next we're going to import the matplotlib library. And we're going to plot the data with figure size of 10 and 6. And color is, the background color is color blue. And we're going to label the first producer with size 10. We have to make sure that PLT.show is here because sometimes we don't put PLT.show here. It might not display the final draft on our screen, which is basically the output. So it's going to be a nonsense if the data. So this time, output is error. Dito naman, sa line na to, we're going to import stats model.pfa.seasonal. So nag-import siya ng tool to break the data into different parts, kaya seasonality and noise. Ito naman sa line na to, result equals seasonal decompose. Nag-take siya ng column, which is ito, and split it apart using output model. Yan, output model. Then, result.plot, show yung plot natin. which is ito. Ayan. After that, after na-show mo yung graph na yan, so we're going to install PMD So this installs a special library that automates the search for the best forecasting model. So syempre hindi natin dapat nakalimutan ng ilang yun. Kaya gusto lang meron na tayo pagka ganun na yung lumabas. So from the PMD nag-import tayo ng auto-enroll. So it imports the automation tool. Then here, mag-scan siya ng data to find the best mathematical setting for prediction. So ito namang, susunod siya equals to true. And dito sa M is equal to 12. So basically, ito yung month. So 12 yung nakalagay sa data natin, January to December. That's summary. So, i-scan yung data to find the best mathematical settings for prediction. Mag-assume siya yung 12 is a repeating pattern. Complete, mag-print siya ng report. Ayan. Ayan siya. So, medyo matagal yung loading lang. Ito naman. So, ito yung kukulin natin, yung model. Signal ayun, ito. 0, 1, 2 times ito. So, ayun yung result niya. Gagamitin natin yung later. So, itong line na ito, yung then, magbibilang siya ng laman ng data na ito. Yung variable data natin sa ito. Pag-iwaran natin siya. So, ang laman ay 228. Tapos, start equals 228 yung mabilang sa data natin kanina. Minus 12. Yung 12 na yun, syempre yun yung M natin na monthly. So, monthly report yan. So, minus 12, dyan tayo mag-start ng ating forecasting. So, pag in-start natin yan, pinag-out natin yung start. So, 216 yung labas. So, kapag data partition ng training period, yung sinabi natin kanina. So, yung 216, ayan yung training period natin. So, it takes the data from the beginning up to the split point. So, ang split point natin ay 216 and 217 below, yun yung forecasting period natin. Ayan. Ngayon siya, 260 ang above. Yung above rows ng 260. So, test. Ayan siya. So, dito naman, tayo ng specific forecasting model called CERMAX. So, ito yung CERMAX means Personal Autoregressive Integration Moving Average. So, gano'n lang natin siya. Ayan. So, basically, nandiyan na yung in-import natin forecasting model. So, dito, model is equal to CERMAX. Dito sa line na ito, nag-set up tayo ng model using the training data. And the specific numbers, yung robust kanina, dito, ito yung gagamitin natin dun sa line na yun. Dito. Ayan siya. Tapos ito. Very important ang number na yun. So, dapat accurate yung data dito. Accurate yung lalabas dito. Ayan. Simple. Ayan ito. Tapos, tingnan natin siya. Ayan, may lalabas ulit yung tayo natin sa result. So, ito naman yung gagamitin natin for the next line. So, dito, start. Ikalagay na start. We're going to find the phone number where the data ends. So, ito na doon goes there to start guessing. Dito naman sa end the variable, this calculates the row number where the data ends. So, dito sa predictions, it equals to solve the predict. Dito, ito nakalabas yung prediction natin kung ang CERMAX result kanina. Ito yun, 0, 1, 2. Ito yun. Ayan. And then, dito ko nag-out na yung predictions. Ayan. Ano yung result niya? For this line, we're going to compare the predictions to the expected values. So, dito sa data natin, hindi pa rin siya mag-show, pero sa data natin, meron siyang 12 or a year na may results na siya. So, dito, dun sa na-predict natin, ita-compare natin siya. So, itong line na to for I in range, then predictions. This is a loop that goes to every single prediction number one by one. Kasi different na yun, um, different na yung model guess next to the actual value. So, meron natin siya. Ito yung predicted natin kanina. Okay. Then ito yung expected. So, yung data natin, hindi malayo siya. So, malaki yung error yung makukuha natin sa results. So, pero okay lang yan kasi prediction lang naman. Mag-predict ka lang basically. Hindi naman siya accurate talaga. So, dito, italagay na tayo ng title sa graph natin. Title is equal to producer price index by industry. Yun yung pinangalan natin kasi yun naman yung data na nakuha natin. And yung Y value natin, i-label natin siya ng price. Then yung X value, height natin yung brown. So dito, sa AX is equal to test. Yung data natin. Plot na muna yung actual value ng data natin na meron tayo sa CSV file natin. So, ilalagay nyo muna. And then, ipa-plot na kasunod yung predictions natin dito sa prediction.plot. So, legend is equal to true. Dito, i-plot na yun. Tapos, dito sa AX.autoscale, nag-automatically siya na nag-zoom na yung graphs to fit the lines perfectly. So, para maayos yung graph natin, ayan yun. Dito siya sa autoscale. So, pagka nilan natin siya, ayan. So, ano na siya. Ito yung actual value natin, ito review. And then yung prediction natin, ito. Medyo malayo talaga siya. Pero, okay lang naman siya kasi one by, ano lang naman siya, yung pagbitan niya, by one naman yung dito. So, kapag hindi naka-zoom to, baka medyo, baka malapit, gano'n. Pero dahil naka-zoom siya, medyo malayo siya sa ating actual value. So, dito naman, sa line na to, from SK matrix, import means squared error. So, hahanapin niya or mag-import siya ng tool to calculate the error. Ito yun. To calculate the error. Ika-calculate na natin yung mean squared error. And it measures the average squared difference between our prediction and the actual value. Kasi kikwento natin siya. Ayan. Ayan. Pati yung MSC error natin, yung 3.57285569. Ayun, lumabas na yung data natin. So, di ba dito kanina? So, dito? Sa head 228. 228 lang siya. So, hindi na yan kasari yung mga nasa baba. Kasi ang kinuha lang natin hanggang 228. So, ito lang yung pataas. Levels. 228. Tapos, i-predict. Kumuha kayo ng training period, which is hanggang dito lang. So, 216 hanggang 217 below. Hanggang dito. Ayun yung kinuha natin ng predictions. So, dito mag-import tayo ng import na. So, import na. Tapos, nakukuha naman natin yung RMSE. So, kung kanina, kinuha natin yung RMSE, yung mean squared error. Dito naman, kukuha natin yung RMSE ng data natin. So, RMSE, variable mean, equals not dot square root MSE. So, para makuha yung RMSE, i-square root natin yung MSE natin. Ayan. We're going to import the Python map library. Tapos kukunin natin yung RMSE. So, RMSE equals not dot squared MSE. So, dito gagamitin natin yung result ng MSE natin kanina. Ito, yun siya. To get our RMSE. So, pag natin siya. So, RMSP natin ay 4.85518853. So, dito sa line na ito, nag-create na tayo ng new model using the entire dataset na pinangarap natin kanina ng saldo. Not just the training part, but this ensures the model learns from the most recent data before guessing the future. So, dito na tayo sa next line niya, forecasted. Yung forecasted naman, dito na tayo predict na tayo ng next 12 months ng data natin. So, pag niran natin siya, ayun na yun, lumabas na. Ito yung result, yung output natin. Then, kung gusto mo na i-customize yung graph na ilalabas natin, we're going to label it here. So, yung title natin, nalagay natin siya ng producer price index by industry. Yung Y label natin ay price. As usual, yung X label natin kahit hindi natin mag-yun. Tapos natin here, nag-set siya ng text for the chart title from the side labels ng graph natin. Kaway dito. Ito. Saka, yung mga nandito. Pero dahil hindi natin nilagyan ng label yung X natin, hindi siya lalabas dyan. So, pag paniran natin ito, bigger size, yung title, ito and yung auto-scale kanina, ayun na yung mag-depict siya sa mag-depict sa model natin, sa graph natin, i-click na yung model natin. Or i-zoom dyan lang. Ayan siya. Ito yung predicted natin kanina, yung prediction natin. So, ito yung actual. So, medyo magkaiba. Hindi natin makuha yung actual value, malayo. Ito yun. Ito yung actual value. So, malayo siya, nasa taas siya. So, nandito yung prediction natin, predicted natin. Stable lang siya. Tapos, ito yung natin. I-customize natin na title, yung label ng Y, and yung X natin na nakita, wala siyang label. Tapos dito, as usual kanina, kailangan ko yung ginawa natin. So, na-check natin yung error na nagawa ng predicted natin sa actual value ng data natin. So, ayan yung AE, mean absolute error. So, yung absolute error ng data natin. So, yung 4.1786 to 37.47. Using the Cernex model na nakuha natin kanina. Ayan yun. Tapos, to predict the MAPE or the MAPE with absolute percentage error, then ito gagawin natin. Mag-i-import tayo from SKLearn.matrix with absolute percentage error. So, yun yung MAPE. So, pag niran natin siya, ito yung mamaya, 0.0289568563. So, yun lang. Pag gumamit tayo ng Arima, makaka-predict tayo ng predict natin yung next value na gusto mo kunwari, 12 months or every quarter, pwede mo siyang i-figure out gamit ko. Tapos i-compare mo yung prediction from the actual value. Kung tama ba, or may ba yung error na ginawa mo.